Someone is manipulating you right now, and you likely consider them a friend. There is a common assumption that toxic people seek out the naive or the gullible, but weak targets are unpredictable. They fight back in ways a predator can't always account for. Research by Robert Cialdini suggests the most effective manipulation tactics actually find more traction with the highly engaged and the highly analytical. Traits like empathy and the drive to solve problems act as the specific coordinates a predator uses to navigate your boundaries. While you search for a compromise, they are following the path your own intelligence has laid out for them. High intelligence provides no immunity to control. It simply dictates that the trap must be built with a higher level of sophistication to be effective. Consider a meeting full of sharp, driven professionals. There is often one person who never raises their voice, yet every decision somehow aligns with their specific agenda. When you notice this, you don't dismiss it, you process it. You look for meaning, questioning if you've misinterpreted the subtext or the social cues. That processing time, the lag while the analytical mind seeks a rational explanation, is the exact window a manipulator uses to establish a foothold. Niccolò Machiavelli observed this dynamic centuries ago, noting that people are so inclined to obey immediate needs that a deceiver will never lack victims. The most compliant victims aren't the simple-minded. They're the people whose deep need to understand a situation overrides their basic instinct to protect themselves. The human brain operates on two systems. System 1 is fast, instinctive, emotional. System 2 is the slow, analytical engine. A skilled manipulator avoids System 2 entirely. They route input directly into System 1, attacking through emotion long before your logic catches up. By the time you start asking rational questions, they have already established trust. They make you feel understood in a way that feels organic, bypassing your critical filters. This isn't a sudden ambush. It is the patient engineering of a psychological environment that offers the illusion of choice while steering you toward a single, predetermined outcome. We see this environment manifest in the digital world. Parasocial manipulation funnels are designed to harvest loyalty, leading you to defend a creator you've never met as if they were a lifelong friend. That intense feeling of connection is often a cognitive exploit rather than a genuine human bond. Long-term exposure to these tactics does more than cause stress. It forces a person to stop trusting their own internal compass. Gaslighting works best on the analytical mind because smart people don't just ignore a lie. They re-examine the evidence and begin to gather data against their own memory. This data from the Milgram experiment is telling. 65% of participants administered what they believed were dangerous electric shocks to strangers, simply because an authority figure insisted. The authority that participants felt in a clinical lab is the same authority a manipulator builds in a relationship. They establish themselves as the primary source of truth, making their judgment feel more valid than your own moral compass. They use your past statements and your own empathy as evidence that you are the one who is too emotional or confused. From inside this environment, the systematic dismantling of your sanity feels like self-reflection. It feels like you're finally learning to see your own flaws. Once you recognize these triggers, they stop being vulnerabilities and start serving as armor. Step 1. Stop the analytical override. If your gut feeling suggests something is wrong, record that instinct before your logic has a chance to talk you out of it. Step 2. Observe behavior during low-stakes moments. Pay attention to how they treat people who can do nothing for them. The mask is hardest to maintain when they think they aren't being evaluated. Step 3. Break the pattern of predictability. If they expect a defensive reaction, offer a calm, disinterested one. When you stop providing the expected response, the manipulator's strategy begins to fail. Step 4. Control the flow of information. Robert Greene suggests saying less than necessary. Treat your personal vulnerabilities as classified data that must be earned, not given away. Step 5. Use empathy as a detection tool. When someone attempts to make you feel responsible for their emotions early in a relationship, recognize that as a tactical hook rather than a sign of depth. Empathy and intelligence transform into precision instruments for your defense once they are shielded by this new awareness. Manipulation is a deliberate operation. It is specifically designed to exploit those who choose to see the best in others. The top have simply been operating with a strategic framework you weren't aware of. You have that framework now, but insight without a change in behavior is what a manipulator counts on. The game toxic figures in your life aren't necessarily more powerful. They was always being played, but now that you know the rules, it loses its invisible power.